time, Christopher. I haven't seen you since The Well.
I know.
That was a traumatic time.
I had to go on a soul-searching mission after we left The Well.
We were so disappointed with the results a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, Chris, it's a couple of weeks ago.
I know. I just can't believe that they haven't shown any animals dying on Planet Earth 2 yet.
Everyone's been watching that but me.
It's good. It's really good. I'm not really disappointed with that show. It's actually quite fascinating. And
yeah, I'm sure it is. It's just I'm surprised at how many people are watching it apart from me.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I wasn't watching it when it came out, but it's usually with animal programs, I catch it when it's on, like, say, a Sunday, and it's just a corner of my eye. But Planet Earth, like, I recorded it, and I decided to watch a little bit of it while it was on. And it's just, the way it's put together, it's amazing, because David Attenborough could make it weave anything
Oh, they
into
have,
a
like,
story.
motion cameras now, don't they?
They do, yes.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
It's amazing. There's one with snakes that chase this lizard, and it's like a horror film. They really make it creepy. It's brilliant.
Did you watch that Damilola Taylor film?
There was a film about him?
Yeah. It was like a docudrama on the BBC. Oh my God, it broke me in like half an hour.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch
and
that.
like I was crying and I was like, oh, for God's sake, these fucking racist yobs. Like, what the fuck is wrong with them? Knife crime.
It was a racist attack, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then like, I spent all of yesterday looking at like crime in Britain against children. And I realised the year 2000 was a very bad year.
Yeah,
You had
it was.
Sarah Payne, you had Victoria Climby as well.
There was about 20 stabbings.
Yeah, there's so many. I'm glad we were down in that well.
I wasn't in a well in 2000, but
No, we've been in a well recently to avoid life.
that was a nice well.
Yeah, it's a shame about Matt though.
I call it the 2015 well of ignorance.
It's 16.
That year doesn't happen. It might in the well. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, we forget 2016.
2015 well of ignorance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we should call it that. Is that why Matt's still stuck down there?
Stuck down there being ignorant, yeah. Fucking Nazi support.
Yeah,
No,
we did try and update him while we were down there.
He gave me. I must have. We always say that about him, but we love him really. Yes.
I mean, we did forget that he was in the well when we climbed out of it.
We came down, just shared a spot. Like he didn't. He looked up, eyes wide, all happy. But he hadn't spoken for so long, so his voice didn't come out at all. So
yeah, and then when we climbed out, we thought he was in front of us, so we cut the rope, then we realised,
we were just so excited. There was no radiation on my little monitor, so we climbed out, and the world hadn't ended. And yeah,
there's still time.
In theory, we had no reason to cut the rope.
No, we really didn't. Why did we do that?
We always have to put a book end at the end of every event we do, don't we? Like, finally, we're out. Let's chop down the tree or you know,
cut the rope with Matt still down the well.
Yeah, but at least he's got the rope. It just, can't. Do
it's just he has no way of getting it over and out of the well.
There's a stump on the edge next to the well. He might be able to lasso it around that, but
yeah. But the thing is, he'd already eaten his hands, so it's going to be difficult for him to do anything.
Wow, that's what it was? I thought that was a back scratcher.
Yeah. No, the thing is, he watched Hannibal and he thought it might be all right. And then when he presented me a finger of his, it didn't look appetizing, so I refused it.
He's done all that, but it said more about us than him, really, because we knew where it was all this time. We could have fed him.
Probably. It's a bit far to go out just to feed someone.
It is a bit, and it's a bit
It'd take out at least a couple of hours out of my day.
Yeah, I mean, and what am I going to make him? What, sandwiches? Jeez.
Yeah, I could make him unboiled pasta.
And bread these days. I mean, after Brexit, I saw a loaf that cost £5. I ain't going to buy a loaf for that.
For real?
No. But Freddo is starting to feel the pinch.
Hey, Freddo has been going up for years. Remember when that thing was 5p, then it was 8p, then it was 10p, then it was 12p, now it's 15p.
It's always been my social economic barometer for how bad things are getting. As Space Raiders...
And they keep getting smaller as well.
Oh, yeah.
Wankers.
It's like the most disappointing date you've ever been on. You pay for more, you get less when you undo it. When you undress
or like those Kinder Eggs now, because they don't have the toys that you build anymore, do they? They've just got a little statue. I'm like, where's the fun in that?
I actually, when I was a kid, I used to like that. They would have I even remember some of the names. Like they had Frosty Froggies, the Pyrid Meows. I liked them because they were just solid little things, and they all had characters to them, and they were well put together. They were nice and coloured. The ones that you actually make yourself were still fun. I mean, come on, who didn't like making a race car or something? But,
I feel like it teaches you how to build stuff.
It teaches you
rather
how
than
to...
I eat chocolate and now I've got this.
I don't want to learn anything when I'm eating chocolate. I just
It's after you've eaten chocolate.
I want the chocolate and I want the toy and I don't want to think.
Yeah. To be fair, I had trouble even opening the little orange case.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Although I tell
and
you what,
I'd always have to get my dad to open it.
it was kind of thrilling when you had loads of pieces and then you had like an instruction booklet and it was like, all right, now it's time to get out your hard hat and start really putting something together. And you'd sometimes have a sticker. If it was a racing car, you'd have a sticker on the side or something.
Yeah.
That is such nice memories, actually.
Yeah, we need them now, don't we?
Pre-Trump memories, really.
Pre-Trump.
Yeah.
Do you think we can start calling everything... It's like before Christ. It's BT.
Yeah. So
before Trump.
There's like I like to call it pre-heresy.
Pre-heresy?
There's this... I'm a big fan of a very geeky universe called Warhammer 40,000. And they have this thing... post-heresy and pre-heresy. It's like a big event that happened. But Trump was a very bad event for me, anyway. So I'm going to call it the heresy.
Okay, then.
Yeah. So pre-heresy, Freddo was great.
I'm going to call it pre-hairpiece.
Oh, yeah, pre-H. Preparation H or something.
PH. Actually, no, we could confuse... No, because people might confuse it with the scientific thing, and the scientific thing is useful. Trump is not. He's useful to incite hate.
Yeah, he is... He's basically a catalyst, if anything. Hey, science.
I find it funny that someone that shouldn't even be in control of his Twitter account is now in control of nuclear weapons.
He got banned, I think, at one point. Or didn't he get stuff taken down? Because he can't really get banned.
No, you can get banned, but Twitter don't have the balls to do so.
Yeah, it doesn't look good when you just... A couple of days before the president gets in the White House, Twitter bans him off Twitter or something.
You know what I feel sorry for? All these people that he's going up against in the courts over the next couple of months. Because they're not going to get a fair trial now he's the president-elect.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's up for fraud, he's up for, rape, he's up for sexual harassment, paedophilia or something.
Oh, I don't know about paedophilia, but it was just insinuated because he made that comment to those kids.
Yeah, and he's BFFs with a paedophile.
Is he? Who's that?
Yeah, like Brian Epstein or something.
I don't know who that is, really.
Yeah, he's a big time pedo.
Oh, he's big
and
on pedo.
I can say that because he's been convicted.
Big on pedo.
Big time pedo.
Profession.
And I'm not saying just because you're friends with a paedophile, that means you're a paedophile. But I'm saying that, say a Nazi isn't friends with isn't friends with anyone that isn't Nazis.
Yeah, distance yourself.
Yeah. For instance, if you got convicted for paedophilia, you'd be off the show for at least a few months.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
It would just be me by myself.
Well, that's if I told you.
Oh yeah, because in Britain we don't have a sex offender register that we can just look up, which is stupid.
And those tracking devices as well on the internet. But the thing is, sure, you can still be friends with, say, a paedophile or a rapist, maybe. It's a very taboo thing to do. But
see, half of Hollywood are friends with Roman Polanski, aren't they?
Exactly, yeah.
Which I still don't get.
When you're a role model, and I'm using that term lightly.
I was about to say.
It's you have a duty to show people, I'm not going to be friends with this person. I'm going to distance myself from this. It's not about your personal indulgence anymore. Now you're serving the country, or now you're serving the people, and he's not going to do that. Everything is going to be within his own sort of bubble. People have asked him to condemn these attacks on Latinos and Muslims, and he said on NSBC, no, they need to stop doing that or something, but it wasn't prevalent enough.
And I know, it's because of him that they're doing these attacks. It doesn't matter what he says now. He's actually incited it. Because Nigel Farage can come down and say, oh, yeah, you probably shouldn't be doing all these racial attacks. Not that he ever would, because he's a spineless cunt.
And they've had a nice picture up together.
I think that's the worst thing. Him and Nigel Farage are like BFFs now.
And they're talking about how they stuck it to the elites. And I thought, what? You are the elites?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's another thing that gets me about people that elected Trump. It's like, oh, he's the voice of our people. And it's like, he is nothing like you.
No, he's not. He's a loud voice.
Hillary Clinton, like, all her faults, right? I don't particularly like the woman, but she's actually been around and experienced life with you guys and tried campaigning alongside people that are of your, social stature, whereas, like, Donald Trump's stuck with the elite.
The scary thing about Hillary is, no, I don't like her either, but she does these things, and sure, she does them, but with her, you can see it's an act. You can see it's all for show, and I hate her as well. But the worst part, getting back to Trump, is in North Carolina now the KKK have talked about having an open parade or something like that, just walking out, having an open parade, and it's in support of Trump, and it's like, oh my God, here it goes. You know, it's like the Munich marches and things like that.
Okay, can I just, like, there's another thing, because I don't know if I told you about this, but I saw a table of the people that were supporting Clinton, like the media and, like, newspapers and stuff is supporting Clinton, and all the ones supporting Trump. Clinton had all of them, right? Trump had the KKK official. Yeah. Can the KKK now claim that they have, like, their media spearheads and people listen to them more than any other piece of media?
Oh, that's a frightening.
They could now, because they probably would.
Well, technically, Hillary did have more votes than Trump.
Yeah, she had the I don't like the way the US or any of, because it goes by area.
Constituencies,
so say if, like, a really tiny city or state, I guess that's how they do it in states.
Yeah.
In America, Trump won out. And Hillary got, like, California, which is a massive state. Mm-hmm. But if he got all the little states...
Yeah, exactly.
And his votes won't be as much as Hillary's, but he would win out because he got all the little states and she got the big ones. That's what happened with Brexit as well. Like, the most popular places, the ones that had the highest populations, they voted to remain. And the ones on the outskirts, the smaller populations, voted to leave.
And I even heard some people in Florida saying, you know, can we secede from the American states? You know, can we?
Oh, like London.
Like London, yeah. I was like, oh, you guys.
Could you imagine, though?
But I do take issue with both sides. Now, what I mean by that is, be gentle with me. I don't like people who But I love protesting against it. That's the only way to show you're upset.
Protesting's fine. It's the violent protests that probably aren't great. It's the violent protests,
and it's the people who fearmonger about unrealities. Like the people who say, oh, it's going to turn America into a non-superpower, or Russia's going to bomb... Russia's going to use Trump as a puppet. To me, it's utter nonsense, because, honestly, it's yes, Russia is a bit shady and that sort, but if anything, they benefit from having an ally like America. So America is a superpower. It's a superpower, and it is pretty much the only superpower now. Honestly, come on.
Well, no, Russia's pretty powerful, and so's China, and so's Korea.
But not on the terms. China as well. But on this case, not in the terms of America. Like one American state has more economy in some American states have a much bigger economy by themselves than a good portion of Europe altogether. It's crazy.
Yeah, but like that doesn't always stay the same. I mean, it could go down. Like, come on, look at how low the pound dropped after Brexit.
True.
You never know what's going to happen.
But
before we continue, I need to remind you of one fucking thing, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Intro music.
Welcome to the Dorks Deduction Podcast, where we talk about stuff.
I think that's enough time, isn't it?
That was lovely.
Yeah. I love how we eased into it.
That was a nice
like we usually do. I didn't stop us mid-conversation because I was just thinking about it constantly for 5 minutes.
But the thing is, it is good when you have a little bit of a good 5-minute intro or 6-minute intro, where in some cases, 16...
I was 15 minutes. Always, all the time. It's like 15, 20 minutes in.
But it's a good way to segue into the episode, and I always love those, you know.
Yeah. Well, in response to what you're saying, I don't appreciate the fear-mongering, or... I actually don't mind the peaceful protests. We're lucky, actually, in fact, In regards to protests, we're lucky that it was Trump that won. Could you imagine if it was Trump supporters that were protesting in inverted commas?
Well, I'm sure there's Trump protesters out there that were just naive or didn't know what they were voting in for, and you know.
I think a lot of people, because it must be more than the racist bigots and all that stuff and the sexist people. It's the people that just didn't want to vote Hillary.
Don't get us
wrong. Which is,
again,
a Democrat. Is their fuck up because it should have been Bernie Sanders.
Exactly, and Hillary is one of this group where she's one of these people that have turned Democrats into an oligarchy? Oh, what is that term?
Oligarchy. Oligarch. Oligarch.
The money Senate, I call it. They've turned it into a government that value money over everything else, and it's horrible, really, because...
Yeah, but I love how the opposing person is a businessman who's very shit.
Well, exactly.
And he's the only thing that he boasts about how much money he has. That's it. That's all his self-worth is money, the amount of money he has.
And going off that, I love it when people say, well, the fact that a non-career politician won, like Trump, shows that anyone can make it. You just have to have money first, and then you can make it. Because these candidate, what do you call them? Presidency. When they go on tour, what's it called?
Yeah. The presidential candidates.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, when they actually go on tour, their campaigns, sorry.
Oh, yeah, campaigning,
They're not funded by the government. These are self-funded endeavours, so it's not like...
Well, no, they get donations.
They get donations.
They don't pay for themselves. Most politicians don't pay. They're not allowed to pay for themselves.
Well, that's the thing.
It's party donations.
They do get donations, but this is from scratching other people's backs as well. But they still need some sort of support from their own side. I mean, with the Republicans, you didn't really get that heavy campaigning until they'd chosen their supreme candidate, which was Trump. And then all this money started to pour in. But even before then, they still had to kind of showboat themselves around different constituencies and things like that. So... You can't just be an average Joe, even if you're starting out as a politician, and go in with no money at this point.
Do you want to know what? I saw a picture online, right? It was about Michelle Obama. So Michelle Obama for the US presidency 2020, which I thought was good and fine, whatever. Right? I think she's someone inspirational for young girls to look up to rather than the reality stars of our generation. But I looked at comments underneath saying that, but that's not going to happen because she has no experience. And these are from Trump supporters.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Do you hear yourself?
And plus, she's black and womanish.
Black and a woman. Could you imagine? Ooh. They can't go from Trump to black and a woman.
That's a hot potato, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like, how many years to have a black person? They still haven't had a woman, which is ridiculous. Because I know our first one was Maggie Thatcher, but at least that was that was 80s. That was ages ago. I don't understand how they still not had a woman.
And the worst part is we fucked up our first woman.
this one's going to be fucked as well. Because we didn't pick this one.
I want America's first woman to be something good. And that's one of the reasons I didn't think Hillary is a good choice.
Because... Oh, man. Yeah. And I remember at the beginning, her campaign was, I'm a woman. That was it. Yeah. And it's like, no, that doesn't entitle you to any special treatment. You have to show that you're the same level as a man.
Yeah, and then Trump ended up actually getting the majority of all the white women votes.
Yeah, which I found actually quite disgusting as a woman myself.
But there, you can't go using the whole women thing.
No, because of the way he is with women.
He is a sexist pig, no doubt.
Exactly, that's why I found that quite disgusting. I'm just like, really? Really?
If anything, I think to myself, and I was at a bit of a conflict with this, because I thought either you're idiots, you're fucking idiots for ignoring this, or I respect you to the point because you've actually done your homework on the policies, and you, regardless of the personality of the politician you're voting for, you're actually sticking with your beliefs. But at the same time, that's being very generous in my terms.
Do you want to know what's funny about the policies? Like a few hours after he was elected, his website has changed.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
There's some of the policies, the Muslims and the wall and stuff, they're all gone.
Well, he kept the wall. He's building the wall.
Oh, he kept the wall. How? Okay, he's going to build the wall. He's going to get Mexicans to pay for it and get Mexicans to build it.
I still don't. He's going with it. but I still don't see it happening. Like,
it's not going to happen because, like, I don't think the American people understand that he doesn't make any decisions whatsoever. He can say stuff. He's the figurehead. He's the leader, but it's a team effort. I mean, everything has to go through his government, has to go through Congress.
Yeah.
They have to approve everything. So it's not going to happen. He's not going to be able to get any of that shit through because there's no way, because of human rights, and it's a country on immigrants. It's founded on immigrants. You're full of immigrants. So if you're really against immigration, right, all of them can piss off, leave all the Cherokees to it.
Exactly, yeah. And we're gonna take all the Mexicans and put them back in Mexico or something. But don't they already have...
Mexican, like Texas was actually Mexico. How about give them Texas back?
They won't do that.
That was Mexico up until what, like couple hundred years ago.
Yeah.
And so give them back Texas if you're really going to be splitting it, and piss off back to Europe or wherever he came from. Except we don't want you because we're putting the walls up too, so you're fucked.
Exactly. And how am I going to get my meth? I mean, if the cartel can't get across all right, I'm not going to have parties.
How's Trump going to get his underage prostate?
Yeah, fuck. And it's doing well with, what is it? What? He just essentially wants to replace that fence. What is it? Like a barbed wire fence that we've seen in all these films that's already running across it anyway. Or is that just the Del Rio? Does it actually go across the entirety of the border?
Okay, I don't know. I never went to Mexico from America.
And then just essentially, just make it a brick wall or something?
I don't know. But I think if Mexicans are building it, they should be smart about it and make it a really, really...
Make little tunnels, yeah.
Yeah, they should make it out of straw. So they can halfway blow it down.
Like every 200 meters, there's a weak point.
Or there's a door.
Or polystyrene.
That they have the key to.
I'd love that if like the Mines of Moria opened at moonlight or something like that. But for Mexico, it'd probably be... It only opens on the Day of the Dead or something like that,
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
The way I see it, right, the world, if you think of it as as Donald Trump would, it's a business, right? It's a company. Think of the whole world as a company.
Ooh,
and each country is shares. And each prime minister is a shareholder. If they don't like Donald Trump being the head of US, can they stop it somehow? Because could you imagine him in the UN? Amongst all those people that are more powerful than him, and all those women that are actually powerful.
This analogy is getting my rocks off.
But that's the way I was thinking about it. I was like, but surely, I mean, something can be done. Yeah. I mean, I know the US don't really give a shit about anything because they just went and invaded those countries anyway. But
again, I find it hard to believe that these shared groups and unions actually hold any real sway other than moving troops around. Like United Nations, they need a...
Yeah, but they've got the United Nations and the EU, right? I hate the Human Rights Brigade, but it's also probably going to be a good thing with Donald Trump in place.
Yeah.
Because you can't monitor people because of their race or their religion or anything like that. You can't stop people from coming in the country because of, again, where they're from. I mean, it's a country founded on immigration. If people have the right to live or work there, they should have the right to live or work there.
True. But all I can see them doing is sanctions and sending me an angry letter. But when you think about it, by sanctioning America, they'd be screwing themselves over. So I can't see...
Someone needs to put their foot down.
I can't see any physical way for America to be punished. And that's because... America is pretty much, the dominant.
I think you're giving them, they're very powerful, but I think you're giving them way too much. Yeah, because if every other country banded together apart from Russia,
I think,
if
for any sway to be held in America, China would have to get involved. China would have to withhold stuff.
One of his policies are having a military presence in China.
Yeah.
China are going to get involved if he ever actually does anything.
But the thing is, China is a country
and Korea, actually, because Korea is right next to China.
But they're built on negotiation. So China would, they would stop that, but they still want to have business. So to keep their economy strong, they are still going to keep things fluent with America,
Oh, don't worry. All of our stuff's made in China as well.
Oh, so. I know, yeah, but...
So they should be all right. I mean, they'll just...
Everyone's looking out for themselves.
Yeah, but also I think us discussing this is obsolete because, like I said, he's not going to be able to do anything. And Trump is the type of person that's going to have a hissy fit at the first hurdle and give up, I think.
I wonder. I want to see him in his first, debate with the.
Yeah, no, I'm actually because I'm horrified, but I'm kind of intrigued and want to get popcorn and just sit back and watch it all unfold.
I said that as well. I said like one sadistic % of me wants him to get in.
Just was more than 1%. Because after the first couple of days, I was over it, and then I was like, I wonder what he's gonna do on his first day.
To be honest, I'm kind of thinking every now and then, whenever I have a shit day. Or I have an annoying customer or something, I sometimes look up at the sky and smile because I think maybe nuclear war isn't such a bad thing. Maybe I can have one fleeting moment of happiness before everything gets blown off this planet.
Yeah, but then also we should think about the vice president, because his vice president, I've forgotten his name, but he doesn't seem up to much. He doesn't seem
Major Chip Hazard.
Yeah, I don't think he's not a very good candidate for presidency, but it's going to end up being him, isn't it? Because I don't think Donald Trump is going to see out his term. But also, in 4 years, congratulations to the Democrats, because people are going to be so fed up, aren't they? They're just going to want to go for something completely the opposite, which is what they did with Barack Obama. They went for something completely opposite.
The problem with governments these days, especially that you find on the right side, is whenever there's a problem, whenever there's something promised that didn't come to fruition, or when something takes ages to come through, they'll find a way to either martyr their actions or blame it on the previous government. And that...
Oh, yeah, no, that's a Donald Trump move to make.
That's a fucking Tory move right there. But it works because people eat that stuff up. Whenever someone says, give us answers, some people just want an answer. They'll be happy with any answer. And once they get that answer, they'll believe it. Some people are more minded to think, no, I'm going to question this. But others just want a reaction. And when they get it, that's fine.
I have enough faith in the American public.
Do you?
To once they've got a good Democratic candidate, which is not Hillary Clinton, and I'm really upset because it probably won't be Bernie Sanders at this point, because he's been so railroaded and he's kind of old now. He's not, to be fair, everyone's been complaining about his age, but he's not actually that much older than Clinton or Donald Trump. Donald Trump's the oldest president that we've had.
He's 70,
he's the oldest president that we've had.
Hey, I'll tell you this, and I'll give him this one for free. He doesn't look 70. He does look younger.
Yeah, because he has money, Chris.
And he's orange.
Yeah, so you know that he's fake.
And that hair is so luscious.
Fake, for crying out loud.
And I tell you what, girlfriend, he's got those luscious locks. Those eyebrows don't lie. Okay?
No, what annoys me about him is he has all this money, right? Couldn't he look better if he put so much of someone's worth in the way they look?
His teeth look all right.
Yeah. Any decent dentures probably look all right. NHS dentures.
His son's teeth look horrendous, though. He's like a fucking...
Oh, yeah, apparently his son's an alky, though, so...
Is he?
That probably hasn't helped.
The Trump dynasty, man. They are
Oh, yeah, they're full of alcoholics.
But do you remember that series that came out called Dirty Sexy Money with...
Donald Sutherland? I actually quite like that. I like Donald Sutherland in that. I watched it for a series.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. It's like a family of this
yeah, but I
American
prefer them
royalty.
in the White House.
Yeah, I suppose so.
With the lawyer character keeping them in check. They're perfectly fun and entertaining. And they're not horrible people. They weren't horrible people in the show. They were nice people. They didn't know how to love one another.
They were a bit spoiled, right? I watched one episode.
I watched it
I think there was a tiger.
I watched it for the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was there a second season?
Yes.
Oh, well done to them.
Yeah. I don't think it was a long one. It got cancelled. But Donald Sutherland was in it, so I watched it.
Even so, that's my favourite Donald, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I think he's everyone's... Like I said, he's Kiefer Sutherland's father, he's Canadian, but again, he'd probably be a better Donald to run the country.
Oh, at least
he was in that show about... he was in Commander-in-Chief, so he has more experience than Donald Trump. And I know it's a fictional show, but still more experience than Donald Trump.
That's true, yeah.
And his son plays the president currently. For God's sake, Donald Sutherland should have been in.
I wouldn't have minded.
Why did we not think this through?
I thought we all agreed, and I'd made...
That was Kiefer Sutherland, yeah, I know.
And that I'd made special arrangements with all the gods that I worship, that we were going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger as the president. And
he's a Republican.
Yeah, but I thought that he would at least be able to get in. And I've got some serious words to have.
He's classless, man. He managed to knock up the maid.
I know, but it's Arnold.
Okay, you know what? One thing that's getting me about Donald Trump is, like, Barack Obama, classy. Hillary Clinton, yes, I think she's dead on the inside, but still classy with her response about Donald Trump getting in.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Donald Trump having that response to anything? Being a gracious loser? Because sometimes presidents lose.
I think we had that reaction on in a very more subtle way. You remember when he accused Barack of being Muslim?
And then saying that he was an American, wanting to see his birth certificate. And even when he showed him his birth certificate, that wasn't enough. It was faked.
But he was sitting there at Obama's roast, and he sits there with a big old smile on his head because he's getting all these people laughing at him. But he just sits there and doesn't do anything. He doesn't say anything. And he just nods his head. And it's like, okay, he's not shouting out or anything like that. But at the same time, he don't handle that well, you know.
No.
And that's when he goes on to Alex Jones or something like that and tries to...
yeah, he can't handle criticism.
No, it turns into conspiracy.
Yeah. I don't understand how they can have a president that can't handle criticism.
But that's the thing.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's not even him handling criticism. It's him saying 2 and 2 equals 5.
Yeah.
It's like saying, here's the proof. No, that's not good enough. Like, if God came down, any God, and said, listen, you bastard, Barack, I made him in Hawaii, all right? Look, here's the fucking heaven documents, all right? You can't screw this shit up. And he would still go, I don't believe you. I want to see Hell's documents, or we've got some.
I want you to take me back in time to watch his birth.
Oh yeah, he always has the same phrase. He
always got some comeback, but it's a useless comeback.
I've got some guys, and you'd be surprised what they're finding and stuff like that. And
he's never admitted to being wrong.
No.
Like, you know that thing, that recording about him grabbing the pussy?
Yeah.
The person in that recording with him got fired. Donald Trump became president-elect.
Yeah.
And that guy's just a TV presenter.
Do you think...
To be fair, like, there's still some time before... He doesn't get sworn in until, like, January, so I think there's still some time, but...
Do you think Hillary is going to go to jail? I don't think she is.
No, it's just a big hubbub over nothing. There was some emails that got forwarded. Like, because the FBI knew about this a while ago, and they decided it wasn't a big enough deal to actually look into.
Yeah.
But only now it's a big enough deal to look into.
Yep. Timing.
So it's bullshit. And Clinton, like, Democrats, why did you have to have Clinton? Like, she's what nobody wants, okay? People were fed up of an institution.
More people
so poor American Corbyn, I like to say. Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
American
that's what
Corbyn.
I call him, yeah.
He's American Corbyn,
it's been
isn't
an
he?
exact mirror of
People
what's
just
happened over
dump
here.
on him, and he's actually seems like a good person. Out of a sea of, like, awful politicians,
exactly.
he looks like a good person.
It's like what happened over here was a very small mirror of what was a prediction of what was going to happen in America. You have that lovely old Obi-Wan figure who doesn't get a break from the media.
Yeah.
And doesn't get
According to WikiLeaks, I mean, he actually got the Democratic nomination, and then he was pummeled out. Hillary bought her votes.
Yeah.
So I actually believe that.
The only good thing that was a difference in our one is that Corbyn got to stay head of the party, and Bernie got shafted, basically. Bernie was still a voice, and people still love him. And I'm glad he's still around, because he could shed some light and really show... he could be that voice of reason that needs to be around, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, he got shafted. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I was saying to Matt when he had an active phone and he had signal in the well. Now, how about, like, we're saying wait until after this election happens, and the people that voted for Trump, maybe they can come here. The racist people that voted for Brexit can go over there. So like-minded people together.
Yeah.
But then he said we're leaving a lot of buffoons in charge of nuclear weapons, so... Oh,
that's a good point. The thing is, they all need to live together. They need to keep each other in check. You know, the Democrats need the Republicans as well as the Republicans need the Democrats, the Liberals as well. They all need to be together to make sure no one gets out of hand. you know?
Yeah, they run a government together.
Yeah, exactly. And you need debates.
That's what this mudslinging is just like really foolish, especially with Donald Trump. He's not going to be able to get over someone's calling him a muppet. But they all have to work together, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, all of them.
People need to show their disappointment. Protests need to be peaceful protests to show that they're not happy with this candidate, because this is freedom of speech, but they do need to get on with their lives as well. They can't have a shutdown of...
They do, and come on, it's 4 years, 8 maximum.
There's no point in crying. Unless it gets to a point where it's utter chaos, or you have martial law, there's no reason to stop doing what you're doing, unless it starts to really affect you, you know?
Apparently it's the police that are going a bit too OTT about it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Racist police officers. I mean, because you know America had a problem with, like...
They always have, haven't they?
Yeah, they've always had that. So these people of different races and gender and LGBTs going out in protest against Trump, and these police officers
that
are trying to crack down. Yeah, apparently they're not helping things.
Of course not. I just imagine Zimmerman running about going, oh my God, they're all shooting at me, with his big old AK-47 and just going on a killing run. Oh my God, they're coming at me.
I shouldn't laugh, because it happens.
Yeah, but he's that kind of guy, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, it happens too much. Now they've got someone that thinks it's okay to have that point of view in that hot seat. It's like what happened after Brexit, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You had
everyone thought it was okay
attacks.
to be racist.
Yeah, exactly. You said you had people. There was this famous video of that guy on the bus and those two yobs saying, "Get out of our country! Come on, we won." And it's like, Jesus Christ! They're obviously sitting. He's going to work, and they're sitting there drinking beer.
They've probably never paid taxes, so it's not actually their country. They've never paid into the system.
My biggest rebuttal to that stupid thing where they say, oh, they're coming over here taking our jobs. My biggest rebuttal to that was, well, then maybe it's because they're better suited for the job.
Yeah, that's what I always think.
If you have a
maybe
choice,
it's like it's because they're willing to do the jobs that you aren't doing.
Exactly. If you have a guy who's come all the way from halfway the world away from India or something, and he gets that doctor's job and you don't, I think I'm going to put my life in his hands, because, to be honest,
he's better.
Yeah, they're picking the guy who actually can do the job, not because you live 5 minutes down the road, okay? If the world worked like that, we'd be fucked.
If the world worked like that, I work at the dentist at the top of the road.
I would be the president, Tommy, if the world worked like that. I would say, yeah, I'll apply for it online, but I'm white, so I get first place, right?
So I wouldn't get any job, basically. That's what you're trying to say.
Oh, right, that as well,
I'm female and brown. I'd be fucked.
I would have 5 jobs, Tarmin, and I would just sit in all day, and they would say, well, what do you work as? Well, I am a game tester, TV personality, because I have a personality, and I also read books, because I'm a book tester. I'm a life tester, so I just live. And what else? Oh, I eat food, so I'm a critic. Everyone's a critic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get all the monies.
My favourite one was that in Wales, a woman wearing a headscarf, she was Asian. She was speaking to her child in Welsh, and someone shouted out in English, "Speak English, you're in England." And I was like, she's speaking Welsh in Wales.
Oh, my God.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah. The puta madre.
Yeah, idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically that's what's happening in America now. Which we knew. Like, that's probably why we were so vocal. People around the world were so vocal, because it was like, oh, no, second, it's just happened. Yeah. And you're doing it again. Yeah. What is wrong with you? Just look at what's just happened.
The West has just, it's become the biggest idiot. Well, we were the idiots for a while. And then... Yeah. And then we got outclassed by America. We are still idiots. Come on, let's face it. Let's not pass the buck. To be
fair, we're lucky that Americans have out-stupided us.
Yeah, we are. Because for a while...
Until I just said out-stupided it and realised that wasn't a word, so we're the most stupid now.
The Union Jack was starting to look like a fucking idiot Jack or something. You know, it was just horrible. That's just Jack from down the street, not even Union. There was nothing Union about it. It was horrendous.
No, it's horrible. But yeah, I find it funny how everyone around the world thought, apart from Russia, thought it was a stupid idea that Donald Trump got in.
Yeah, I think it's because Hillary has a very xenophobic attitude towards Russia. She really doesn't like Russia.
Well, to be fair, I think she probably has a point.
I don't like Russia. I don't like Russia.
I don't personally like them either.
I find their policies and their
archaic.
I find their human rights appalling.
Yeah.
I would love to keep.
It's
peace
on a
with them.
par with North Korea in my eyes.
Yeah, exactly. And North Korea, but the dangerous thing is North Korea are a bit stupid. But at least they're kind of naive. They wear it on their cuffs.
No, North Korea are too secluded.
Oh,
we can't judge them as harshly.
What am I saying? Like, they're stupid, but they're not, they don't wear it on their sleeve. They try to hide it, but they can't hide it because their technology with Photoshop is so last 10 centuries ago. So,
remember they had blow up tanks?
Oh, yes. No, wait, was it blow up tanks?
Yeah.
I thought it was, they had, fake markets and shit for Pyongyang.
I think you were watching the interview.
It was in the interview as well, but there were...
They probably do. I mean,
villages.
They suffer from famine, so they don't have markets, really.
Part of me wonders, right, how... if we were to actually go there, and it was all just propaganda, and it was actually a paradise or something, and the world was just jealous.
Man, I'd love that.
I would love that.
But to be fair, then we wouldn't have those North Koreans trying to escape through China and South Korea.
Yeah. I'd never fucking watch the news again, I'll tell you that, but it would just be nice to know that the world is a much better place than it's portrayed.
Mm. To be fair, I think now that Trump is in, maybe they could sort something out with North Korea.
But, yeah,
could you imagine Donald Trump not offending Kim Jong-il or In?
Yeah, that
one
would be...
of the Kim Jongs.
I tell you, again, a percentage of me just wants to see that.
Me too.
It's like that, hi, oh, honey, I'm home sort of thing. It's like you couldn't get a more goofball couple come together, and Putin would be like the straight man, he'll be like, these two,
Oh God, maybe that's what we should do. Everyone who's in protest against Trump, right? Just send him a copy of Hell, Honey, I'm Home. That should be a great protest.
He's had every single name shoved in his way. It's actually physically become impossible to insult him now. Everything is running off his back, and he'll never care because he's been called Hitler. He's been called everything, so nothing works anymore. The only thing he's even had the most derogatory thing you could do to a man: give him a micro penis, and that's not working. He don't care. So now that you've used the nukes on him, the verbal nukes, he's impenetrable. He's definitely shown his iron hide, or he just doesn't read the news. But he's on Twitter, so I'm sure he reads that. And yet he's easy to bait.
He so is. I love watching him argue with people that are smarter than him.
Yeah.
You know what protesters were doing to Mike Pence? They were giving donations to Planned Parenthood in his name. Yeah. So they sent a slip, like a complimentary slip, to Mike Pence.
Yeah, I think Katy Perry donated $10 million.
I doubt it was 10 million.
It was.
Oh, good. Yeah. Good for Katy Perry.
I know, right? Oh,
if I had that money, I'd have so much fun.
I know, right?
But to be fair, she has like $250 million, so 10 million is probably not that much for her.
And she also has Orlando Bloom, so she ain't exactly got a...
Yeah, so he can shoot arrows and stuff.
Because that's what he's good for now.
Yeah, that's all he's good for.
And posing naked with a semi. I saw it. I've seen the pics.
I haven't actually seen the uncensored version.
I have. And you know what? Well done. He's there on his knees, on a raft with her. And he's on his knees, just, paddling away. And he's got a nice little semi going. I thought to myself, this just reminds you of that time when you were in Lord of the Rings, doesn't it, Orlando? When you were with Aragorn and you were just rowing away. Ooh, gets you all hard, doesn't it?
Anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, Trump.
We have a new president. I to be honest, right, if we're going to be straight, I don't think he's going to last the term. And I don't think he's going to understand how this politics works and how he doesn't get to make every decision. Now he's president, he can't just say, I want this and it will happen. No, that's not how it's going to work. And I don't think he understands that because he's used to getting everything he wants. So I don't think he's going to last the term. So we're going to be stuck with Mike Pence. And then hopefully they'll do a bad enough job that, they don't go for Republicans in 4 years. They go for something else.
That's the best case scenario, isn't it? I would like you to be right. I do think he's going to last the term. But I do hope that people will see how wrong he is. And hopefully it all stems on whether we do get a better candidate. If anything, it all depends on whether we
there's
get a
no way that the Democrats could put Hillary Clinton up again.
No.
I mean, there's just no way after what happened.
And everyone's learned from this mistake. They have to have learned from this mistake. And even the new person, whoever they may be, they probably don't even know yet. They will know what to do. They know how to work off this. They know how that if you bring it to a personality match, you can only be so good before Trump says, "Oh, but I'm real. Look how real I am." You know, be a clean slate, have a good record, and yeah.
And also, I hope this actually makes people go out and vote, because I think a lot of people didn't. There was a low, I think it was just over 50%.
50%, man.
And that's just because it was the same for Brexit, it was 75.
I mean, fuck.
And you can't complain if you didn't go out and vote. See, I thought I was an anarchist and I wasn't going to vote, but I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll vote.
You don't feel good until you do. And you do want to have a say, because especially when it gets so close like that, you think, God, Christ, I need to make some sort of difference myself. So I've learned a lot myself. I think we both brought our own opinions quite well to the table. I'm surprised that the biggest thing I learned is that Donald Sutherland is Canadian. So that's the first.
You didn't know Donald Sutherland was Canadian?
I probably had an inkling.
When I'd spoken about Kiefer Sutherland before and said he was Canadian, did you not, figure that out?
No, I just didn't put two and two together there,
When I actually introduced Kiefer Sutherland as British born and Canadian raised. You didn't get that Donald Sutherland was Canadian.
A third time as well. I said introduced.
Yeah.
Yeah. I must have forgot. But the thing is, I always associate Canadians with either quirky weirdness or just straight up just nice and friendly. And
that's not always that.
Kiefer Sutherland is weird, don't get me wrong, but
he likes to party, I'm not going to lie.
He likes to party.
He likes to party, but he seems like a decent human being overall.
Okay. I haven't seen too many interviews with him, but he seems alright.
You should watch him on Jonathan Ross. I mean,
yeah.
That's the only British TV show I know that he's done, but I used to watch, I sometimes watch clips of it, but he's quite funny.
I like Mike Myers and Jim Carrey, but on the subject,
they suffer with a lot of depression, don't they? They're not actually that funny in real life.
They're funny men, aren't they? So no comedian has a good life.
Mm.
But on the subject of Canada, you called it when you said, let's move to Canada, but we're still too late because the Canadian immigration website crashed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as soon as on the same day that Trump got it in.
Because so many people said they're moving to Canada if he gets in.
So the biggest irony is that it's not all right for any mass immigration to take place unless you live in the US.
Yeah. Can I just say that, because the likes of Samuel Jackson and Bryan Cranston have said they're going to leave. You know what? Come to Britain. You can stay in my spare room.
Exactly. Yes. Miley Cyrus can stay. But we would have
to be fair, I don't mind Miley Cyrus because I think she plays at being insane, but she's actually all right.
I mean,
I hate to say that because a few years ago I was thinking, what is this terrible influence? But she seems like a smart girl. I never see her fooling out at clubs or anything like that.
You can still be smart and be an idiot. But
I think she plays the image.
Oh yeah,
she's been raised in this industry her whole life, but I think she's quite smart.
You remember when Kesha was a couple of years ago, where she played the image, but apparently she has a high IQ.
Oh yeah, but she was getting abused and shit by her producer.
Yeah, I know, but she still had that sort of image, and that was pushed on her, wasn't it? The part of her image. But Miley Cyrus, she can come over if she wants to date me, but otherwise she shouldn't come.
To be fair, she's with that Liam Hemsworth, isn't he? He's Australian, so that's part of the Commonwealth.
He's just a beard. That's all.
Yeah, but no. All I'm saying is technically, if they get married, he's part of the Commonwealth. He can come here all he wants. So technically, I'm assuming she can too.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have no opinion with Miley Cyrus, but Bryan Cranston, Samuel Jackson, all those other lovely people, you can come over. It's fine.
I'll take Katy Perry.
Apart from Lena Dunham, because she does my head in.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I should like her because she's an alpha feminist, but I think I saw a picture of her. She said that she'd voted. She was campaigning for Hillary Clinton. Turns out she's not even registered to vote, so she probably didn't.
Just because someone is either a feminist or morally correct doesn't mean you have to like them. There are plenty of people out there that.
Because I don't like that TV show Girls either. I don't like it. I don't understand how people find it funny.
It's not even about that. It's like going back to social justice warriors. Some people push things too far or get offended over small things. And I'm not a guy who goes, "Oh, you're too PC" or anything like that. But there are people who like what is it? Gender fluidity and things like that. Apparently, there's 63 genders.
There's 63 genders.
Now there are.
No, there's not.
Exactly.
There's male, woman, or like hermaphrodite.
Mm-hmm.
And some men can choose to be women. Some women can choose to be men. I don't mind. I'm okay with that. I don't care. Each to their own, right?
Exactly.
But no, there's only 3 genders.
Thank you. So there are some feminists that say you have to admit there's 63 genders, or
I was like, no, you don't.
Exactly. Or you're
Are
a
they
bigot.
scientists? No, they're not.
Exactly. But it's a very big Tumblr thing. It's a big it's a
fuck
movement that's going on.
Tumblr is
This is
just,
the other
Tumblr's
extreme.
the worst thing ever.
Well, not the worst thing, but I tried to get used to it. Couldn't really get used to
No,
it.
I couldn't. But then I see like, Tumblr, it's just insane. It's full of insane people.
It's like the KKK for the left.
Yeah. No, there is such thing as a far left. I mean, I don't like it.
And it's just too much, to be honest. And it's and part of me is kind of convinced that this ultra neoliberalism that you get, the extremist version, is played a part in how unpopular the Democrats became.
Yeah.
And it's just like the racists on the other side of Trump. It's the people who get offended at anything or call you a bigot just because, you know, you... it's I don't know. If anything, it shows how multicultural society is, how many different people there are.
No, come on, they're pussies. That's what these people are, pussies.
I'm trying not to say that.
And also, can I just say, just because anyone criticises a woman, even if it's a man, another woman, doesn't mean they're misogynist. I'm looking at you, Taylor Swift. Yes. Looking at you.
There was a great example of this a couple of months back where this woman was basically shoving a camera in everyone's face at this courthouse because there was a hearing that went past, and there was this one big fat guy who got interviewed, and he went past, and she went to him and said, "Excuse me, what is your name? What is your name?" And he just looked at the camera and went, "My name, Humongous." And he said humongous, right?
Right.
And she said, "What? Your name's Humongous?" And he went, humongous. Now, that's like a sexual dad joke, isn't it? Like, my name's humongous. And then she said, "This man has sexually harassed me. This man has sexually harassed me."
Oh, for God's sake.
And then she started screaming at the police, like, "Why aren't you arresting him?"
They don't help people that have actually been sexually harassed.
Exactly. Like, this is offensive to people. If anything, this is offensive to people that actually have been raped. And this same woman went on to make a video she made a Patreon about how she was sexually harassed by this man. She used his image. It ruined,
so she wanted to get money out of it.
Exactly. It ruined his life for a while. He made a one simple dad joke, and she was putting a camera up in his face, a random person. And obviously, some people might find that joke offensive. Your name's humongous.
No, I wouldn't find it offensive. I'd find it... I understand you not thinking it's funny.
Yeah, but it's
not offensive.
It's a lame dad joke, and I found it funny because of how lame it was. But it's this woman who just turned it into something it wasn't, and it just blew up and became something entirely. And she's become a villain of the internet, so it's nice about that. But she still gets money and support.
Calm as a bitch, and so is she.
Yeah, and you get TED Talks and stuff, and she's still doing her thing. But it's the type of people that don't want to admit they're wrong, and they overreacted. No. Society is wrong.
Okay, so people, just because you criticise a woman, just because you criticise a person of a different race of yours, doesn't mean you're sexist, doesn't mean you're racist. It could just mean they're shit people.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like me, I'm a female and I'm brown. Some people can call me shit person as long as they're not saying it because of my gender or my race. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I probably am a shit person to them.
Did you feel sexually assaulted?
I do when I'm with you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not going to start. Should I start a Patreon account?
It's my eyes, isn't it? You could take a picture of my eyes, put a red filter over them, and say, "This is the demon that." To
be fair, I've never felt like sexually harassed or racially abused, so I'm lucky.
I wish I was. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
You get
I really fucking shouldn't say that.
Harassed.
No, fuck that. I'm not going that far. Shit, I'm not saying that. Fuck that.
I edit this.
You can edit it however you want. I can be a villain, or I can be a fucking hero.
We've come so far.
I was gonna say, it was meant to be a joke about me, not anyone else.
Yeah, but I will get you sued for sexual harassment.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I probably deserve.
I'm gonna scream sexual harassment.
You know what? Again, it's not the worst thing I've said on this show. So
that's true. You've said so many horrible things, and we're talking about morality.
Yeah, fuck it. You know, it says something when I say something like that. and I can still come off better than some of the people we talk about. So,
Oh yeah.
It takes a
I
bad
mean, we've not
person.
murdered anyone that
Exactly.
anyone knows us.
It takes a shitty person to talk about shitty people, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
and we can actually say it honestly.
Exactly.
Whereas a nice person will try and be nice and democratic about it.
Yeah.
I just realised the Democrats are called Democrats.
What's wrong with that?
Democratic.
What?
They're the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just nice. I've only just made the link when
What?
I said some people will be democratic about it.
Oh,
And no,
right,
but
okay.
we don't mind being seen as arseholes.
It's a word we use to associate with types of logical people, right?
Yeah,
It'd be like someone called the Logical Party or the Goodwill Party, or
yeah. The Republicans have named themselves Republicans.
or for example the Conservatives, right?
Oh, for fuck's sake,
Yeah.
fucking Tories. Anyway, what was I saying? I can't remember now.
Well, next election, especially in Britain, there is a candidate that used to come up in Wales. His name was Captain Beanie, and I think I've told you about him. You remember this guy, don't you?
No, I don't remember you
his name's
talking about him.
Captain Beanie. He's actually, he always has his skin pasted orange, and he's bald.
Oh my god,
And his big thing is baked beans.
is he
and-
the British Trump?
No, he looks like the British Trump. He's the complete opposite. His party is called the Baked Bean Party.
Oh no, I've heard about him.
Yep, he's brilliant. I love him.
Well, you know what? It seems quite easy to make a party. So should we just do it?
Yeah.
I mean, like all of our friends, we can get it. That's like a full house, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many people do you need to be in a party?
I think to collectively have a party made, I don't know, 2 will do. Fuck it.
Okay, so we'll call ourselves a shrimp dick party.
Shrimp dick party, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
And
I don't want that because they'll associate it with me.
Why?
If it's going to be associated with me, it has to be called the Adequate Penis.
No, because remember, you know Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino, you shrimp dick motherfucker. They'll associate you with Clint Eastwood.
Why can't we just call it the Gooks and be done with it?
The Gooks.
You remember he says that in it's a racist term.
I can't remember. No, let's not use that then.
Yeah, but we get all the white people.
Which apparently, according to white people in Britain, they're a minority.
Yeah, why don't we call it the miners' party? Because then the white people will think we're talking about miners, and minorities will think we're talking about them. Win-win.
Yeah, but they're spelt differently.
No, if you call them miners...
No, they're spelt differently. Miners and minor.
Yeah. Fuck it then. We'll call it the collywobbles or something like that. Or...
Can we call it the Very Hungry Caterpillar? Because everyone could relate. Because everyone's read that book.
We could call it that. Make that the political party, but another option
Or
is to
Thai sweet chili.
Thai sweet chili.
Because,
that has
yeah, it's ethnic, but British people love it.
British people love it, but if you really want to get every single person on your side, go the pirates and ninjas party. Because everyone either likes a pirate or a ninja, right?
Ooh, let's call ourselves the Street Fighters.
The Street Fighter, yeah, all right. I'm all for that.
And then we'd go dressed up as characters and go
Yeah.
to all these political
And
debates,
we'll
like
even
the
say,
House
like,
of Lords and stuff.
We're bringing back the Colosseum and actually making it a fighting Colosseum. And, oh my God, that'd be so cool. No walls needed.
All right. I do think we should wrap this up.
I do as well.
All right. So Americans, if you're listening, it's not, the world isn't over. I mean, sure, it's been a bad couple of weeks, and you're probably in for a few more, at least. But Donald Trump, he's not the be all and end all, and he's going to leave at some point. I mean, you're not with him for life. I mean, he is in the same bracket as, Abraham Lincoln now and stuff like that, which is shameful. But, yeah, I think you'll be praying for Barack Obama at some point again. But good luck, and you're not all going to die unless, you do try and have a military presence in China and they bomb you to pieces.
When you said he was in the same presence as Abraham Lincoln, I thought you meant, well, he's in line to get shot or something.
Oh, that could be another thing. Like, people were actually worried about Obama getting shot, but he's just like peaceful. He seemed like a nice guy. But Donald Trump, I think it's more likely that he'll get shot from guns that he's been protecting.
Well, apparently there were 2 rednecks that travelled across the state with some guns, and they were actually going to do that.
Yeah, but they're rednecks.
Yeah, true. Like you said, it's not the end be-all, end-all. He isn't. No one is, really. And this just goes with us as well. Hopefully we're wrong about everything. Hopefully...
he's not going to get any of that stuff put through Congress, so we're safe. Everyone's safe.
I hope that he actually surprises me and ends up being a lovely president. And I hope that...
No, because then all our episodes are worth shit.
I would rather they be worth shit than a war.
I don't think he's going to be capable of actually bringing war around.
Or just have everyone have a shit life.
To be honest, like, you're saying that, he might turn out alright. I'm just going to say, in my point of view, he's going to be so incompetent that nothing happens.
Well, if that does happen, I'm willing to admit I'm wrong, and I'll be ready to shit on Hillary when the time comes. So I'm already I'm all for changing my opinions to the mass public opinion for massive appeal, so I can haul myself like that.
Yeah, so Hillary, like, Democrats, what were you thinking? You should have just let Bernie Sanders in. And also, I take issue with only some states allowing write-in votes. Not all of them allowed it. If all of them allowed it, then we'd be all right, probably.
All those overseas Americans.
Anyway, so yeah.
So
good luck to everyone.
And hopefully we'll see the world next week if it's not blown up.
Yeah, I'm just going to go sit in a well if I see clouds forming.
Okay.
I'll try not to cut the rope next time.
Well, I'll throw you something down.
You're going to be down there as well?
No.
I'm not going to travel down to the well by myself.
Well, Matt will be there.
Well, I know, but the travel time, that's what my main issue is. And, like, by the time I get there, my phone and my tablet have died. Well, it's just a pain in the arse.
Look, we're not idiots, all right? Let's stop by Tesco's first, all right?
Oh, yeah, we'll stack up on food, like when we went to Brighton, and then everyone ignored it.
Exactly.
Actually, most of the stuff got eaten. I still got the hobnobs, though.
I knew you were holding out on me, you bitch.
I'll bring them to the well next time.
Ah, fantastic. I retract my phrase.
It's fine, I'm a bitch. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway, to be fair, I think me and you can handle a lot of criticism. Maybe we should, one of us take Britain, the other take America, and then we'll try and sort it all out amongst ourselves.
I'll take Britain because I don't want to move.
And I'll take America because they don't want a person of colour that is female in the White House.
Damn, you got political quick. In that case, yeah, I'll stay in Britain because we're used to...
To be fair, I think it should be you because you're a white man, and that seems to be what they want right now.
Well, I was saying that America's the one that's moved forward. We still
are stuck forward.
We're stuck with white people still.
Oh, that's true. We haven't had a...
Yeah.
To be fair, there's a black member of UKIP, though, so...
Oh, yeah, but it's like when they had
He's a token black guy.
When they had a Black National Front member, you know that wasn't real.
Can I just say that I'm very upset with Theresa May congratulating Donald Trump on behalf of Britain. We didn't vote her in. She can't congratulate anyone on behalf of us.
And also, yeah, exactly, and she's not our representative. We didn't vote for her.
No, she's not. She's not mine. She's not my leader.
And I also want to bring to the front that Nigel Farage was held in custody after coming back from the airport. He had some brown substance on his nose, and he was
Was it Donald Trump's shit?
We might think so, but he was held, and we're still testing. It is quite smelly, so...
It's probably from when he was kissing Donald Trump's ass.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the joke I was insinuating.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we should say goodbye.
Talk about bad dad jokes. Goodbye, everybody.
Au revoir. Fucking Donald Trump.